CM Yogi's Operation Langda, is it a crime control strategy or a constitutional challenge? To understand this, come read with me. Now, a recent debate has emerged around Operation Langda in Uttar Pradesh, where police often shoots alleged criminals in the leg during encounters. Supporters call it effective crime control, while critics see it as a dangerous shortcut that weakens the justice system. Let us talk about the background first. After 2017, Uttar Pradesh witnessed a large number of police encounters as part of strong law and order drive. The article discusses Operation Langda, which means Langda means limping, a term used because many accused persons are reportedly shot in the leg during police encounters. According to official data, thousands of encounters have taken place, with many suspects injured and some killed. The key question here is, has this become an accepted policing method rather than an exceptional situation? What exactly is Operation Langda? Let's talk about it. The term refers to a recurring pattern where police claim criminal was intercepted, the accused allegedly attacks or tries to escape, police fires in self-defense, and the accused is shot in the leg and arrested. Initially presented as isolated incidents, critics argue that the same pattern appears repeatedly across different districts. The main argument of the article argues that encounters have evolved from being rare events to recognizable policing model. Now, according to the author, similar encounter stories are repeated across districts. Official reports often follow the same narrative. Shooting in the leg has become a predictable method of incapacitating suspects. The practice appears institutionalized rather than accidental. There are multiple dimensions of this topic. Let us understand that. First is the law and order dimension. There are positive views also. Supporters argue that it creates fear among criminals, organized crime networks weaken, police can act quickly against dangerous offenders, public confidence in law and order increases. There are concerns also. Critics argue that crime controls must happen through courts. Police should arrest and investigate, not punish. Shortcuts may undermine due progress. Then there is constitutional dimension also. India is governed by rule of law, meaning every person is innocent until proven guilty. Punishment can only follow legal procedures. The judiciary is not the police, decides the guilt. Frequent encounters raise concerns about Article 14, which is equality before law, and Article 21, which is right to life and personal liberty. Third is the human rights dimension. Human rights groups worry that innocent persons could be wrongly targeted, excessive force may be used, accountability becomes difficult. They demand independent investigations, transparency, and judicial oversight in all this. Then there is a governance dimension. A strong state needs both effective policing, respect for legal procedures. The challenge is balancing public safety and civil liberties as well. A state that relies excessively on encounters may weaken institutional accountability. This becomes highly relevant for GS paper 2 polity and GS paper 4 ethics as well. Now you tell me, what do you think about this Yogi model in the comment section below.